I've been playing a lot of Jedi Survivor, and I do mean a lot, and over this time I have spent quite a significant amount of time with each combat stance, and well, today we're gonna be talking about why the blaster stance is the bester stance. That's how I call it. Guys, this is Elbetium. Thank you for coming to my channel. Please, I'm not gonna be boring you with likes and subscribe. If I earn that, you're gonna do that. And well, let's get in on it. Why the blaster stance is indeed the best stance out of all of them. So, while the crossguard stance brings the claymore fighting style to the universe of Star Wars, well, the blaster stance brings the rapier. It is both extremely capable for offense and defense, and its entire skill tree revolves pretty much around adding more ammo, decreasing cooldowns, decreasing times where you charge the shot, and adds a really amazing final skill that is pretty much like out of Red Dead Redemption 2, but I'm gonna talk about that one later and I'm going to showcase it. That one is more situational and it's there to just look cool, but everything else is extremely useful. Why this combat stance is better, and this is completely objective, than the other stances, is because it has a skill tree and a half. No other combat stance has this. You are locked in basically to what you have in the menu, but here with the blaster stance, if you seek out Cage and you talk to her, well, you are going to be able to purchase some new little things, mainly the 3 shots. It is just completely amazing how much this transforms your playstyle, and this is something you can switch on as needed, as situations demand, and well, it's going to be another mini tree for your fighting style. The charge shot, well, as its name would suggest, is pretty much a Mega Man type of a shot where you're going to charge it and it's just going to fly out and hit an enemy for increased amount of damage, but it's also going to damage anyone that is kind of standing there close to them if the enemies are clumped in together, which is pretty ideal for the droids and, well, stormtroopers if you kind of funnel them through some sort of a nice little passageway that they are just coming at you and just curdling together. The Ricochet shot. This one, just like the previous one with the charge shot, it's going to be very good against the droids and the, well, stormtroopers. It is very good against these low-level enemies that typically come in large numbers. It is just going to be jumping between the enemies and taking down as many as 3 per shot if you kind of manage to align them or fire at the right time. Most of the time it is going to happen in 90% of the cases, and it is just extremely useful. And the final shot, the best shot, it's going to be the stun shot. This thing, to me personally, is completely broken. You're gonna be able to fire this thing on the floor that's just going to be stunning any enemy that comes into contact with it. Be it 1 enemy, 2 enemies, 3 enemies, it doesn't matter. It just leaves them completely defenseless for a short amount of time, but that is still a massive advantage for you to just do whatever you want to these enemies. And you cannot say this isn't broken and such an invaluable thing that no other combat stance has. Obviously, we all love to have a little bit of style and flair, and to me, nothing comes close to this quite literally Jedi from Red Dead Redemption 2 that is implemented here into the game, where you can take down so many droids if you just wait and time it correctly. It is extremely difficult to do, so this makes this particular skill very extremely situational, almost non-useful. But it is there, and it's just that little extra flair, you know, that just makes you have fun with the playstyle and the combat stance. It is there, and well, I have been using it a lot, and the more you use it, the more you're going to become proficient at timing it, and it just looks phenomenal. And there you have it, guys. Obviously, this last bit about the quick draw is extremely subjective. This is just something for me as a fan of Red Dead Redemption 2. It's extremely situational. It's more about the flair than actual usefulness, but I do believe that everything else I said about the combat stance just has merit. It comes with a skill tree and a half, another mini little skill tree that no other combat stance has, and apply that with the, well, damage output, the playstyle potential, it just comes to this perfect combat stance for the game that I feel like is just untouchable. Guys, do you agree with this? What is your own favorite playstyle and combat stance? Please let me know in the comments, and well, hopefully you enjoyed this and maybe I did earn that like and sub. Guys, have a nice day. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.